So this is something that I've always wanted to do, but been too scared to do it for quite a few years now. And that is to live homeless willingly for 3 days to see if I could do it. And be sure to stay tuned for the end of the video because I explain more in detail as to why I decided to do this. And it's not just for the challenge, so to speak. It was definitely one of the hardest things, if not the hardest thing I've done so far. And starting on this day, I don't have my wallet with me. Well, I have my wallet, but I'm not spending a single dime. It's my last cigarette. So that's going to be fun. I'm going to be going through withdrawals as well, I'm sure. Just kind of preparing for it. And I am not allowed to go into my apartment for any reason at all. So here we go. Spent a lot of time walking. It was very hot. I know I say that a lot, but try to get a lot of shade. And there'd be a nice breeze every once in a while. I did have a nice breeze, but it was just really hot that day. It's kind of starting to spit rain now. So I'm at the grocery store. Just someone was nice enough to offer me some chicken wings. So that's what it's like, I guess. Just sitting in the shade too, out of the heat. I've been in it all day. Just downtown East Moline. Been walking all day. So for places for shade, things like that. It's a lot harder than you think it is out here. So far, my anxiety isn't too bad. Pretty good. Gonna zoom out. So I've been walking, just had some chicken. Could only afford 2 pieces of wings, but man, of those 2 pieces just taste delicious. Yeah, it's about 6 o'clock right now. Been walking around pretty much all day. Going from place to place and in the shade. Like I said, I found that water spout that I could use. It's nearby the woods. is convenient that I could use to drink. So at least I have water covered. But I think I'm starting to have mild withdrawals from not taking the clonazepam. And so yeah, that. I'm feeling kind of anxious, but not too bad. It's hard to tell if it's just like nicotine withdrawals or clonazepam withdrawals. It's been about 18 hours or so since I had a clonazepam, roughly. I don't know, I wasn't actually keeping track. But yeah, I'll need to save battery, so I'll get back to you once I get to where I'm gonna stay. Oh, I guess I'll mention that. So it's hard to find a place to kind of rest without getting in trouble by the city. So there's a wooded area it's public. And it's the one right actually kind of near my apartments that I've been into during the winter. I can't actually go in there. So probably gonna stay there. See how that goes. I'm really hoping the bugs aren't bad. And there'll be quite a bit of shade too though, which would be nice, but if it starts raining, maybe it might help keep me from getting wet. It rained a little bit, but not too much. They said it was gonna storm, but never did. It just kind of drizzled. So I've been walking for about a half an hour now to get to the wooded area, and starting to get kind of dizzy from the heat. I just don't feel very good. So yeah, worst part is I feel really weird, guys. I feel almost like sick, like angsty, like I'm kind of shaky. I've been drinking as much water as I can find. I'm going there now to get some more water, see if that'll help. I'm not sure if it's probably a combination of things. I feel really anxious right now. Feels a lot cooler in here. This ain't bad in here. It's shaded, so it's not really that hot. It's still a little humid, but it's well hidden too. A good spot. There's not too many weeds or anything. It's got a little bit of sticks covering it and leaves in case it rains. Yeah, so I just had a really bad anxiety flare up. I'm just not feeling very good. Drank some water on the way back here. I just feel a little shaky and nauseous. It's hard to tell if it's the not taking the medicine for 2 days, or if it's anxiety, or if I'm hungry or thirsty or dehydrated, or all of those things. But this is miserable. And the bugs are really bad too. I'm getting... Sorry if my hands were in the way. Yeah, I'll probably pull these weeds here so I'm not laying in weeds. But this is probably where I'll stay tonight. It's pretty deep in the woods, so no one would find me. I just don't feel very good. I actually thought about just calling it off and going home, honestly, but decided not to. Once I kind of got in the shaded area, drank some water. Started feeling a little better. But I don't know if you probably can't see it, but I've been shaky all day. I haven't eaten since yesterday. That was just all I ate, was just 2 chicken thighs or chicken wings or whatever. Just feels horrible. But yeah, I don't want to waste any more battery. I'll keep you updated. Right here. I'm gonna have to pull these. But I'm probably just gonna lay here tonight. It's a good shade. 8 a.m. right now. It's really creepy in the woods at night. I didn't sleep pretty much at all. I slept maybe 2 hours or so. 2 or 3 hours. So I think we're gonna get up. Got enough rest that I'm kind of a little bit energized, and it's a lot cooler out now as it's nighttime. So day 2, I did a lot of walking too. I did a lot of thinking on how even just things like medicine, like the medicine that I take, I wouldn't have access to if I was homeless. And it just made me think of, like, I know that many people who are homeless also struggle with mental health. And it's just really sad and difficult, and it's puts a lot of things into perspective. Just about how a lot of people who are on the streets don't have the care that they need. My battery started to get kind of low, so I had to film a little more strategically. I was about, I can't remember at the time, like 30% battery life. So I had to kind of turn off my phone here and then. This was night 2. I'd taken a short nap in the woods prior to this. Just kind of had my phone off for most of the time. So, been walking for a little while. Right now my stomach hurts. Really hungry and a little thirsty, but not too bad. But I've been having really bad, cravings. Nicotine cravings, and going through withdrawals. So I think that's one of the reasons why I'm having a hard time sleeping. Down on top of me just being in the woods probably doesn't help. And yeah, this is rough. I just can't sleep. Haven't eaten anything. Haven't had a cigarette in 2 days, And my anxiety got pretty bad later, right around as the sun came down. Forgot to record it because I was just kind of going through a bit of an episode, but I was, I just had anxiety flare up. It wasn't too bad, but it wasn't even health anxiety, which is weird because usually it's like a health anxiety, heart palpitations and me worrying about my health or something like that, you know. If you've watched my older stuff, older videos. But it was just me feeling weird, I think, is what triggered it. And maybe it's just because I've never done anything like this before. And I don't know what it was, but I started having shallow breathing and the classic heart racing and stuff like that. So I knew what it was. It's just I really didn't want to go through that right now. You know what I mean? On top of everything. But luckily it didn't last that long. I was able to just kind of ground myself. So that's good. My phone's on about 52%. Can't check it while I'm filming, but it was 52% last time I checked. So I still gotta do some battery life left. There's just nothing. It's kind of eerie because usually the street's busy during the day. 3 o'clock in the morning, it's pretty silent. There's the wooded area. I'm actually surprised. It's actually nice and chilly. I mean, it's not cold, but it's probably 60 degrees, 70 degrees. It's a 10-degree gap. It's probably about like 70 degrees. Nice breeze. It feels really good. It's been just really hot, so I'm glad it wasn't like super humid or anything. It really cooled off. I lucked out. Not gonna lie, it's kind of eerie at night. So don't know what kind of people are out here, you know. Finally, at least there'll be some lights. Oh, it's pretty cold. Zoom in. Crazy how much you gotta take into consideration, like things like weather, food, water. So it really puts a lot of things in perspective. And I know I just said that a while ago, but puts a lot of things in perspective. Because like right now I'm thinking, you know, it's cool, but what if it starts raining and then I'm gonna get wet? Maybe sick, all that stuff. You know, it's not stuff that you don't really think about. Just trying to pass time. Getting a little thirsty, so I think I'm heading my way back. I'm gonna go to the water pump, get myself some water. By the time I got home, by day 3, I was just absolutely exhausted and was excited to jump in the shower and cool off. I was in a running hot water and then just sat in just the ice cold water, and it felt really good and refreshing, and it put a lot of things in perspective. I know I keep saying that, but it makes you value things like just like running water and cold water even. Felt good to get out of the dirty clothes and freshen up a bit. Thought I'd give my reasonings as to why I made this video, because I feel like it's kind of important. It was actually a kind of just an idea that I had many years ago. Actually, I was just too afraid to do it. I've met a lot of homeless people throughout my day, or life, I should say, especially when I worked at Jewel, which is just a grocery store. There was one particular man who was homeless, and we became pretty decent friends. I mean, we never hung out or anything like that, but I remember I bought him some food, and I gave him a hug one day. And just to make the story real brief, he just like started crying and stuff, and I kind of teared up a little bit too. And this was quite a few years back, and just that day it made me really think like what it must have been like to be in his shoes, you know. And it just came upon me one time that, you know, I wanted to see what it was like, and just never got to it, just because. Mostly because I was too nervous to do it, to be honest with you. But that was kind of the main reason why I wanted, I guess, to challenge myself. And it wasn't for to see if I could do it, or, you know, although that was a small part of it, because I was curious to see if I could do it or not. But the main reason was just to understand like what they go through, and going through it, it's definitely like opened my mind up and my eyes, I should say, because it was a lot. I obviously going into it, I knew it was going to be pretty difficult, but I didn't really know it was that difficult. Like there were so many things I didn't really account for or really fully grasped until I actually like did it. And the hard thing that kind of made me sad is at the end of the day, like I'm not homeless. You know, I have an apartment. I'm not rich by any means, but I have a home. Have food, and if things get too hard, I could easily just call it quits and go home and eat. But you know, it really put into perspective the people that don't have that option, that can't just be like, you know, that are actually homeless, and it just really put things into perspective of how difficult it really is to live like that, and it's really sad, really. Just makes me think of the guy that I seen years back when I was at working at Jewel, and hoping he's doing better. But I just felt like I'd give my reasons as to why I made this video. It wasn't to entertain homelessness or anything like that, you know. But yeah, it was tough, as I expected, and. Yeah, the first thing that I did was when I got home was shower and just order myself a big 3 double cheeseburgers and a medium fry and a large Coke from McDonald's. Not very healthy, but I was so hungry I didn't even want to cook anything. But yeah, it was definitely an experience and something that I won't ever forget. It really, I don't want to say to do what I did. I'm not saying to go homeless for 3 days, but doing that just really put a lot of things more into perspective, and just thought I'd share with you guys the reasoning behind it. But I'm kind of going in circles now, so I guess I'll end the video here, and thanks for watching. I'll stay tuned for the next video.